In the storied social hierarchy of the American South, old money signifies families whose wealth has been passed down through generations, like cherished family heirlooms. These are the dynasties whose fortunes have endured so long that their bank accounts seem ageless. Yet, navigating this sea of affluence isn't just about staying afloat, it's about doing so with style, and it hasn't been smooth sailing for all. In today's episode of Old Money Luxury, we're rolling out the red carpet for the South's old money families who didn't just cling to their fortunes, they catapulted them into the stratosphere. Be prepared for a parade of familiar Southern surnames mingled with a few surprises, because in our elite circle, longevity is key, as we describe. The top 5 richest old money families in the American South who are still wealthy. Number 5, the Butt family of Texas, net worth $18.8 billion. The Butt family, worth a staggering $18.8 billion as of 2024, holds a prime spot on Forbes' list of America's wealthiest lineages, coming in at 20th. And their fortune, primarily rooted in the H-E-B grocery chain, makes them grocery royalty in the Lone Star State. Our story kicks off with Florence Thornton Butt, the original Queen Bee of the Butt dynasty. Picture it, 1905, Kerrville, Texas. Florence, faced with her husband Charles, Clarence Butt's tuberculosis, decides to open a grocery store to support her family. With just $60, she starts selling provisions from her front room. And what began as a necessity-driven venture would morph into the powerhouse known as H-E-B, a name now synonymous with Texas grocery shopping. Fast forward to the present day. The Butt family's fortunes are overseen by Charles Clarence Butt, Florence's sharp-eyed grandson. Born on the 3rd of February 1938 in San Antonio, Charles took the reins in 1971 with his academic credentials including stints at the University of Pennsylvania's Walton School and Harvard Business School, no less. And under his leadership, H-E-B has ballooned into a titan of retail, with over 430 stores and annual sales hitting a cool $43 billion. Thus, Charles Butt is not just wealthy, he's fabulously wealthy. He resides in a luxurious San Antonio mansion and owns a Bombardier Challenger 300 private jet for those quick getaways. And let's not forget Rebecca, his swanky luxury yacht, the ultimate status symbol for the man who has everything. Yet it's not all smooth sailing. Controversy struck when Charles sponsored a family-friendly drag show and funneled money into anti-school choice campaigns. In June, H-E-B backed an LGBT pride event in downtown Austin, with an event featuring a drag queen story hour and a family-friendly all-ages drag show, performed by a group called the Hydrated Queer Kitties. This sponsorship raised eyebrows and sparked debates about the appropriateness of such performances for children. Despite the kerfuffles, the Butt family and H-E-B are renowned for their generosity and community spirit. Their response to natural disasters, like Hurricane Harvey and Winter Storm Uri, earned them high praise. H-E-B's rapid mobilization to provide water, food, and other essentials solidified its reputation as a community cornerstone. Therefore, from Florence's modest grocery store to a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, the Butt family's journey is a roller coaster of ambition, navigating controversy, and a steadfast commitment to giving back. Number 4, the Hunt family, net worth $24.8 billion. The Hunt family has one of those wealthy names that you probably know if you're a fan of American sports, but wouldn't necessarily put 2 and 2 together unless told. And their wealth, a complex weave of oil, real estate, and sports, reflects a legacy of shrewd investments and relentless innovation. Let's take a stroll back to the early days of this empire. It all starts with Haroldson Lafayette Hunt Jr., or H.L. Hunt, born in 1889 in Ramsey, Illinois. Despite a lack of formal education, H.L. had a knack for numbers and a gambler's spirit, and he initially dabbled in farming after moving to Arkansas, but his true fortune began with a poker game. With his winnings, HL purchased oil properties in East Texas in the early 1930s. This savvy move led to the discovery of the East Texas oil field, one of the largest oil reserves of its time, catapulting HL into the realm of immense wealth. Subsequently, in 1936, HL founded Hunt Oil Company, which became a cornerstone of the American oil and gas industry. Then, the company achieved significant milestones, such as the discovery of the Fairway Field in East Texas and the establishment of Alabama's first commercial oil well. Over the years, Hunt Oil expanded its operations into offshore exploration and international markets, further bolstering the family's fortune. But the Hunts didn't stop at oil. HL's descendants branched out, planting stakes in diverse industries. For example, Lamar Hunt, one of HL's sons, was a sports visionary. He founded the American Football League, which eventually became what we now know as the AFC, and played a crucial role in its merger with the National Football League, shaping the modern NFL. Clued-in American sports fans will thus recognize his name as the Lamar Hunt Trophy is given to the Super Bowl heading winner of the AFC each year. These days, the Hunt family owns the Kansas City Chiefs and holds stakes in other sports franchises, including the NBA's Chicago Bulls and Major League Soccer's FC Dallas. Speaking of Lamar Hunt, he wasn't just a sports mogul, he was a trailblazer. His influence extended beyond football into soccer and tennis. The Lamar Hunt US Open Cup, one of America's oldest soccer tournaments, is also named in his honor. But not all Hunts made headlines for the right reasons, though. The late 1970s saw Nelson Bunker Hunt and William Herbert Hunt, HL's sons, embroiled in a dramatic attempt to corner the silver market. Starting in 1973, they amassed vast amounts of silver, banking on skyrocketing prices. By 1979, they controlled about one-third of the world's non-government silver supply. However, their scheme backfired spectacularly. On the 27th of March 1980, infamously dubbed Silver Thursday, the Hunts failed to meet a margin call, triggering a market panic and a sharp plunge in silver prices. They lost over $1 billion and faced civil charges of conspiracy to corner the market, ultimately paying $134 million in penalties. Today, the Hunt family, led by Clark Hunt, Lamar's son and CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs, continues to ride the wave of their diversified empire. Beyond oil and sports, their portfolio spans real estate and other ventures. And the family's lavish lifestyle is well documented. Caroline Rose Hunt, for instance, owned the opulent Rosewood Mansion on Turtle Creek in Dallas. But the Hunt family's passion for indulgence didn't end there. Nelson Bunker Hunt, for instance, maintained a stable of over 500 horses by the late 1970s. Their wealth has also facilitated acquisitions of pricey jewelry, yachts, and luxury cars, showcasing their status as one of America's elite dynasties. Therefore, the Hunt family's story is a riveting mix of high-stakes gambles, colossal successes, and a few spectacular failures. Number 3, the Duncan family. Net worth, $30 billion US. The Duncan family, with an eye-popping net worth of $30 billion in 2024, emerged from the unassuming beginnings of rural East Texas, and their vast fortune is rooted in Enterprise Products Partners, a midstream energy giant founded by the late Dan Duncan in 1968. Dan Duncan's life started in the small town of Center, nestled in Shelby County, Texas. Born in 1933, he faced a tough childhood marred by poverty and loss. You see, his mother succumbed to tuberculosis, and his brother was claimed by blood poisoning when Dan was just 7. These early tragedies didn't crush him. Instead, they forged a resilience that would later define his success. After his mother's death, he was raised by his grandmother and later served in the army during the Korean War. Returning from service, Duncan made use of the GI Bill to study business, finance, and accounting in Houston. With a modest $10,000 and 2 propane delivery trucks, he founded Enterprise Products Co. in 1968. Then, through sheer determination and a sharp business mind, he transformed this small venture into a colossal entity. By 2010, Enterprise Products Partners boasted over 48,000 miles of onshore and offshore pipelines and nearly 27 billion cubic feet of natural gas storage capacity. Thus, when Duncan passed away in 2010, he left behind an empire and a $10 billion estate to his 4 children, Randa Duncan Williams, Melaine France, Danine Duncan Avara, and Scott Duncan. Their inheritance has since ballooned in value, nearly tripling due to the company's ongoing success and substantial dividend payouts. Randa Duncan Williams, the eldest, now serves as the non-executive chairman of Enterprise Products Partners, while her siblings hold ownership stakes without direct operational roles. And Randa, with degrees from Rice University and the University of Houston, has been a key player in the family business. And Randa's interests extend beyond energy. In 2019, she purchased Texas Monthly magazine, adding a touch of media to the family's diverse portfolio. The Duncan family's lifestyle mirrors their immense wealth, with their residential splendor being complemented by significant commercial real estate investments through Enterprise Products Company. Thus, even as they enjoy the trappings of wealth, the Duncans remain influential figures in the business world. Number 2, the Cathy family. Net worth $39 billion US. The Cathy family, synonymous with the Chick-fil-A fast food empire, commands an impressive net worth, estimated at over $29 billion as of 2024, securing their place among America's wealthiest family dynasties. And their immense wealth springs from the ownership and operation of Chick-fil-A, an iconic chain that boasts around 2,800 restaurants across the United States, with plans to expand into the United Kingdom. Now, the chain's unique business model includes a policy of closing all locations on Sundays to allow employees a day of rest and worship, a reflection of the family's strong Christian values. But the roots of the Cathy family's fortune trace back to Samuel Truett Cathy, the family patriarch. Born on the 14th of March 1921 in Eatonton, Georgia, Truett Cathy's early life was marked by poverty. Helping his mother run a boarding house, his entrepreneurial spirit emerged early. At 8, he sold soft drinks and later managed a paper route. After serving in the US Army during World War II, Cathy, alongside his brother Ben, opened a diner named the Dwarf Grill, later renamed the Dwarf House, in Hapeville, Georgia, in 1946. This venture set the stage for what would become Chick-fil-A, with the first official restaurant opening in Atlanta's Greenbrier Shopping Center in 1967. Today, the Cathy family business is under the leadership of Andrew Cathy, the grandson of S. Truett Cathy. And Andrew became CEO in November 2021, marking the 3rd generation of the Cathy family to lead the company. His father, Dan Cathy, served as CEO from 2013 to 2021 and now remains the chairman of the board. But the Cathy family's journey hasn't been without controversy. In 2012, Dan Cathy's public opposition to same-sex marriage sparked widespread protests and boycotts. The controversy intensified with revelations that the family's Winshape Foundation had donated millions to organizations opposing LGBTQ+ rights. Despite the backlash, the company's growth didn't falter. Dan Cathy later expressed regret for involving the company in the marriage debate, shifting the focus back to customer service. Of course, living amidst considerable wealth, the Cathy family enjoys a lifestyle befitting their financial status. The Cathy family office manages a diversified portfolio that includes public and private equity, real estate, and direct investments in private companies. And the Cathy family's real estate holdings are as grand as one might expect. Their properties include luxurious estates and expansive land holdings. These investments, along with their substantial stake in Chick-fil-A, ensure the Cathy family's continued influence and affluence. As leaders of one of America's most successful fast food chains, the Cathy family's story is a compelling mix of entrepreneurial spirit, religious conviction, and strategic growth. Number 1, the Walton Family. Net worth, $259 billion. The Walton family, reigning from Arkansas, holds the title of the wealthiest family in the world, let alone the American South. And it's little surprise to hear their fortune is anchored in Walmart, the colossal retail chain founded by the late Sam Walton in 1962. Now, the family's first patriarch, Sam, was born in 1918 in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, and his entrepreneurial flair was evident early on. After serving in World War II, he ventured into retail by opening a Ben Franklin variety store in Newport, Arkansas in 1945. Over the following years, Walton acquired more Ben Franklin stores, honing his retail skills. However, the real game changer came in 1962 when he opened the first Walmart Discount City in Rogers, Arkansas, and his innovative retail model, emphasizing a wide range of products at low prices in a straightforward setting, struck a chord with consumers nationwide. Walmart's explosive growth catapulted the Walton family's wealth into the stratosphere. By the time of Sam Walton's death in 1992, his fortune was estimated at nearly $25 billion, placing him among the world's richest individuals. This wealth was then carefully distributed among his wife, Helen, and their 4 children, Rob, John, Jim, and Alice, ensuring the family retained control over the vast retail empire. Today, the Walton family's collective net worth sits in the hundreds of billions, solidifying their status as the wealthiest family in the United States. And while the family members engage in diverse business pursuits and philanthropic activities, they maintain a significant ownership stake in Walmart through their holding company, Walton Enterprises. Now, Jim Walton, Sam Walton's youngest son, is the current leader of the family. As the chairman of Walmart's board of directors, Jim plays a pivotal role in steering the company while adhering to its foundational values and principles. His oversight ensures Walmart's continued growth and adaptation in an ever-changing retail landscape. And despite their immense wealth, the Waltons are known for their relatively modest lifestyles. However, they do enjoy some lavish indulgences. Rob Walton, the eldest son, owns a sprawling 10,000-square-foot mansion in Paradise Valley, Arizona. This luxurious estate features tennis courts, expansive pools, and a guest house, epitomizing high-end living. Alice Walton, the only daughter, balances her time between a 6,200-square-foot luxury condo in New York City and a ranch in Texas. And her New York residence offers a slice of metropolitan opulence, while her Texas ranch provides a serene escape into the countryside. Jim Walton, staying true to his Arkansas roots, resides in a $15 million residence in Bentonville. Additionally, he owns a $35 million condo in New York City, blending his life between the tranquility of Bentonville and the vibrant pulse of New York. Thus, Walmart itself is a reflection of the Walton legacy, innovative, expansive, and grounded in the principles laid out by Sam Walton. And now, we'd love to see you in the comments. Are you a native of the American South? And which family's company is your favorite? We certainly know many people down south love Walmart, but perhaps we'll hear some Texan fans of H-E-B or some die-hard fans of Chick-fil-A. We look forward to hearing from you, and thanks again for joining us for another episode of Old Money Luxury. Cheers. Until next time.